Hi, welcome to part 2 of this mini-series on sandblasting. In part 1, I talked about how I used this little rosebud on the top of this teapot as my inspiration for creating designs using Adobe Illustrator. Now in the second part, I'll show how we use those designs to create little vinyl masks using the vinyl cutter and sandblasting a variety of glass objects. So I went to the internet and I was searching for clear glass items that were not very expensive and I thought would be good for sandblasting. Here is the teapot set I talked about. I got for about $19. The glasses, plates, and an interesting square bowl. On the vinyl cutter, this is really a simple design. I put it all on one sheet. It's only one layer, so I didn't have to worry about sending 2 different layers to the vinyl cutter. I end up cutting about 2 or 3 copies of this sheet. And here we see the vinyl cutter running. What's amazing about the vinyl cutter is it can cut so accurately that it cuts the vinyl on the top, but it does not cut through the paper backing. So that's how it stays all together, and when you peel that backing off, you get access to the adhesive on the back of the vinyl. So here's a single sheet. I've weeded away the background vinyl, and now I'm going to apply transfer paper to the top and peel the back off, and that's how I get these sheets of little stickers, which I then cut apart so that I can apply them in a pleasing way to my pieces. So here's the teapot with all the stickers applied. Now the parts that you don't want to sandblast you need to protect in some way, so I'm using blue masking tape to cover the handle of the teapot, the spout of the teapot, the rim of the glass, and I also kind of close off the inside of the glass so it doesn't collect sand while I'm sandblasting. So this is what a sandblasting machine looks like. It's a protected environment, of course. You put your hands in these gloves. This is my lovely assistant Steve helping me, and I'm videotaping. I shut the side door so the sand doesn't come out, and he takes the gun. You can hardly see through this glass because it's been blasted by sand, so it's pretty hard to see through. You step on the pedal and sand blasts out of the little gun that he's holding in his right hand, and he just starts sandblasting the piece. You can stop and take it out and look. We're examining this. We see a couple spots where it's still a little shiny, so we're going to put it back in to finish sandblasting this particular piece. When you're done sandblasting, you peel off the protective blue tape and the stickers, and this is what you see. A very clean line where the vinyl has done an excellent job of masking the glass from the sand. So here are the 4 stages. The clear glass you start with, the stickers that you apply in a design that you like, protection from the blue masking tape, including sealing off the openings, and the finished glass in this case. Pretty cool. So here are the pieces that we did in this session. We had 4 glasses. We chose to protect the rim so it would stay smooth and comfortable against your lips as you were drinking, and we used rosebuds on that. Of course, any liquid you have in these glasses will show through the clear glass of the rosebuds. Our little square bowl, I used a combination of rosebuds and rose leaves and did these little motifs in the corners and one in the bottom of the bowl. Here's the plates, a large rose. We used rose leaves on the rim. And what's really nice about the plates is that any placemat you place them on, that color is going to show through the clear sections. And here's the teapot and warmer, the little rosebud on the top that inspired the whole design. And here it is in use, and you can see how nice it is when you've got tea in it and the color of the tea shows through the clear spaces. So that's sandblasting. It's a pretty simple way to get some custom dishes using inexpensive glass items.